Yeah, I know, this was just a really big waste of money. I'm 100% aware of that. But I still did it. And unlike these stupid TikTokers, instead of buying just a keyboard and mouse like some poor person, I stole my mom's credit card and headed to Five and Below to buy the entire collection. If you have zero idea what I'm talking about, let me give you a quick recap. One day I was scrolling through my Twitter feed when something actually quite interesting caught my eye. That being that the 16-year-old Fortnite kid Bugha, who won the 2019 Solo Cup and made like $3 million off of it, was planning a collab with Five and Below to make PC gaming more affordable, which is all in all a good deed. But I decided to see if it's all just utter shit. So I will be one by one giving my honest opinion on the entire collection, and to tell you if this is worth any of your time. Anyway, my name is Angle, and this is the Bugha 5 and Below collection review. I thought it'd be appropriate to start with the piece most people care about, which is the keyboard and headphones. The headphones are just complete shit. They're made out of this really hard plastic that isn't flexible at all, and they feel so weird when wearing them. It doesn't feel like they cover your ears fully, and it's just really awkward. Twisting and turning them is a game of Russian roulette with these headphones. Every time I put just a tad of strength into turning them, I feel like it's going to snap the two in half completely. It's just not really well built. The best thing probably, or what's actually worth the purchase, is the mic and sound quality. They're surprisingly not complete garbage and hold up to the $10 price point, which isn't saying much, but genuinely surprised me. Overall, I give it like an iffy 6 out of 10, considering it's from 5 and Below. Now onto the keyboard, which was one of the things I was actually looking forward to reviewing out of this collection. I'm currently typing the script on this, and I don't really know how I feel about it. It's trying to be a mechanical keyboard, but doesn't feel as smooth. The keys feel like I need to press extra hard on some of them, like the backspace for example. I like the wrist support even if it isn't much. Overall, I think it's alright, but it honestly is not really worth it considering the price point. Most computers come with better keyboards off the bat, but if you really want the Bugha official 5 and Below keyboard, then go for it. I give it a 3 out of 10. Also, if you want to support my absolute brain-dead ways of spending my money, you should subscribe. It helps me out probably more than it does to you, and you can always unsubscribe if you're ever so inclined. Anyway, enough of my self-promo, and back to the hellscape that is the Bugha gear. Up next is the microphone and speakers, and if I'm being honest, I was expecting the speakers to be the lowest quality idea, and I was basically spot on. The main speaker is by far the most redeeming quality of this thing. The volume's it can go high, but even on the highest setting, it's just okay. The bass changer doesn't do much either. Again, I don't even know why this was even included if this was aimed towards PC gaming. What PC gamer would care about good speakers? They care about good headphones, which are probably just a tiny bit better than these speakers. Also, the side speakers are just completely useless. They don't light up since they only have a headphone jack connecting both of them, and they are silent. I had trouble even telling if they were on or off at times. And not to mention that you can't change the volume at all. It is completely worthless by all means. Don't buy it. Overall, it's like a 2 out of 10, and that's just being gracious. Onto the microphone, which once again is less than the price it's asking for. If you can't tell by now, I am recording this section with this mic. It basically just lights up and has like this really weird staticky noise, which is gonna annoy you once you're watching this. I know, it is the mic. If you don't believe just how god-awful this thing is, you're going to now listen to me recite Greg Heffley fanfiction, and you can decide how bad this thing is. Ahem! My god, it's cold outside, a lone teen mumbled to himself, his Spanish accent thick and smooth. He chuckled to himself, pulling down his hood, his black winter coat heavy and silver fake fur outlining his hood. He was used to talking to himself. He was an only child, you know. Parents always busy doing something and no one really talked to him besides some fangirls who only wanted him in bed, or the 5-second, "Hey, can I have a picture?" thing. One of the Spanish model is in North America in Rajik's class, but of course he has no idea who Rajik is. Yet. If that wasn't bad enough to show how bad this mic is, I don't know what will prove it then. Honestly, it isn't even worth the $10. You could probably pay $20 more to have a subpar mic at Walmart. Overall, 0 out of 10. On to the final things of this collection. The mouse, and headset stand, and the mouse pad. I honestly don't know how you mess up a headphone stand, and from the packaging it looks good. Saying it has multiple USB ports, and this was unironically the one thing I thought that would be the best out of this cesspool of garbage, if I'm being honest. And it hit the low expectation I set for it. It is indeed a headphone stand. It does indeed hold my headphones pretty well, I guess. The one annoyance I have is that with the cable is in front of the stand instead of in the back, which just makes cable management stupid, and it's just really stupid if I'm being frank. That's the thing with all this. I wouldn't really recommend this for a budget setup, but it's just all okay, and with some lights basically. If you're looking for a cheap headphone stand that has the cool gamer lights, then I guess you could go for this one. The mousepad is unironically the best thing out of this collection. It's long enough and the LEDs actually work nice like they're supposed to, and it's honestly worth the $10. If you're looking for a very nice, cheap mousepad, then I would actually recommend this. But yet again, you would have to be a bumbling idiot to mess up a mousepad, which is literally just fabric. The final product of this collection is the mouse, and once again, this was a big surprise. It isn't completely dog shit. It has some weight to it and it's pretty smooth. I decided to play CSGO to see its DPS in action, and it actually isn't terrible. Well, maybe my gameplay is, but the mouse itself isn't terrible. Again, if you're in need for something cheap and that gets the job done subpar or even decent in some cases, like the mouse pad, then I would recommend these two things. Overall, I'd give the mouse and the mouse pad an 8 out of 10, while the headset a 5 out of 10. Oh, and to incentivize buying the whole collection, they put these little collectible card things. I thank you for purchasing the product, and they spell out Bugha. So yeah, I had some souvenirs to accommodate this absolute just brain dead idea. But all in all, I had a lot of fun thrashing on this stuff. And if someone else takes my advice and doesn't or does buy this stuff, and what your impressions are on the stuff. I know this isn't anything near what I usually make, and trust me, this isn't going to be a tech review channel of anything of the source. I just thought this was interesting and decided to waste money on it. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. I'm going to go back to that 5 and below to get a refund so I can film my next video, which will be even worse than this one. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.